Ow, man! Welcome to the Frickcast. Today, we're re-ranking all 11 Dr. Squatch deodorants. Squatch has a lot of thick sticks now, but not all are equal. So in this video, I wanted to give my updated thoughts on each one as we go through worst to best. Starting off at 11, my least favorite deo is the Cedar Citrus. Now this boy is of course discontinued alongside its brick counterpart, and it won't be missed. At least not by me, that is. What's odd is that while the soap had no citrus to be found in the scent, just a faint cedar smell, the deo is quite the opposite. No cedar to be found, but a strong orange scent. However, not a natural citrusy orange smell, but like an orange candy scent. It's not the worst smell out there, it's actually okay. But for a deodorant, let alone one as powerful smelling as Squatch's, where it's going to be noticeable, I'd prefer something else. At 10 is the Summer Citrus. When Squatch replaced the Cedar Boy with the Summer Boy, it was overall an upgrade on the citrus flavor, especially the bricks. However, when it comes to the sticks, Squatch essentially swapped an orange head smell out for a lemon head one. Again, this lemon deo is very much in the same vein as the last one, so I won't repeat myself, but it's a clean scent, just not one of Squatch's better ones. At 9 is the Alpine Sage. This one used to be one of my favorite flavors, but now I'm not a huge fan of it. Just like the bar, the deo has an intense lavender scent that's kind of perfumey. It's not a horrible scent. The lavender mixed with herbal woodsy notes makes for an alright combo. But like I said, the smell can be kind of intense, and it's not the most pleasant thing to be smelling like all day. At 8 is the Stick of the Dead. Now I've lowered this one a lot, and that's because there's just something off with it. It does have some of that signature spooky, earthy scent of the Brick of the Dead, but there's a strong presence of what smells like lime that really overtakes the whole scent. Again, it's not necessarily a bad scent, but it's not quite on the level of the bar. I've also noticed this bar doesn't go on as smoothly as others. Still, it's a cool looking deo with the nice limited design. At 7 is the Bay Rum. I used to like this one quite a bit, but like many, I began to notice a sort of bubblegum scent. There are notes of the warm spices of cloves and cinnamon, like its brick counterpart, but unlike the bar, it does have this overwhelming sweetness of bubblegum. I don't mind the smell of the Bay Rum, so that's why it's more middle of the pack, but I don't really love it either. At 6 is the Pine Tar. Overall, I think this is a solid deo. Classic pine tar scent with a rugged, woodsy smell. It's a great manly scent that's also very clean. Some may not like that it's the only deo that isn't white, but more of a grayish color. But I don't recall that ever being an issue with staining. I think it's a good choice for a deo. At 5 is the Cool Fresh Aloe. This deo joins a really solid lineup of the Cool Fresh Aloe flavor. It's got that nice, rainy spring morning scent. Very clean, refreshing, sweet earthy smell that I think makes for a surprisingly solid deo. Maybe not the manliest scent, but I think it's a good scent that has you feeling fresh. Speaking of fresh, at 4 is the Fresh Falls. This boy is a go-to for many, and it's probably the most traditional smelling on this list, with a fresh, clean waterfall scent. I think the best way to describe it is as Squatch's take on a more generic body wash scent, but of course actually making it smell good. It's manly, it's fresh, and it's nifty. Again, speaking of fresh, at 3 we have the Freedom Fresh. This one's surprised me a lot. The Freedom Fresh bar is one of the more forgettable limiteds Squatch has, mainly due to its rather weak scent. The deo, though, is almost like a completely different flavor. Its scent has a breezy, beach type of vibe to it. It kind of reminds me of like what they spray at the Hollister stores. However, it actually works pretty well here. It's a calm, pleasant, somewhat cologne type of scent, and it's got the awesome, limited design of the Freedom Fresh as well, making for a really underrated deo, and one of my personal favorites. At 2 is the Wood Barrel Bourbon. I imagine this may be a favorite stick of many, and it's not hard to see why. The Bourbon Boy has one of the all-time great scents, with a sweet, oaky, bourbon, cologne type of smell that's like fall in a deo. Easily one of the most pleasant scents Squatch offers, this deodorant is a perfect choice for someone who wants to smell like an outlaw. But there is one deo that I still prefer. At 1 is the Birchwood Breeze. Up there is one of my all-time favorite flavors. I'm a birch bitch for the Birchwood Breeze, and the Deo is just as good as the brick. I find it very similar to the Woodburl Bourbon, but I do give it the edge. It's a woodsy vanilla scent. It's a sweet, pleasant smell, but there's enough of the breezy birch forest to round out the scent and make it somewhat manly as well. It makes for a great combination, and in my opinion, the best Squatch Deo. That's only my opinion though, and now I'd like to hear your rankings in the comments. Which sticks are your favorites? Your least favorites? Let me know what you think of Squatch's deodorants. As always, thanks for watching. Frick Nation, stay nifty.
Yeah, man!